Greetings, DFG here, guys. Hey, just want to take a moment and review what's going on right now. It's interesting that in these times of peril, you hear many people talking about praying and asking for God to intercede on the behalf of this earth so that this earth can go back to normalcy, which simply means go back to doing what they were doing before this plague and this judgment has come. And you have a lot of people praying, and we shouldn't be shocked for that. We shouldn't be shocked about it at all, quite frankly, because I'm gonna tell you why. The people of the Most High, we already know that judgment is to come. We have known that probably from the time we knew our names, at least how to spell our names, that judgment would come upon the earth. That there would be a time of reckoning. Especially if you were brought up in the body or family who followed, the laws of not only Moses, but also the commandment that was given to Joshua in Joshua chapter 1. Put these words on your doorposts, put them on your door seals, everywhere you go, everywhere your children go, so they can see the words of Yahuwah, right? And we knew there would be a time of redemption. There would be a time of reckoning. Guess what? Many of those who are telling us to go out and pray so that this plague can be removed, they're not saying go out and pray that men can stop their wickedness and their evil. They're not asking for that. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? All they're concerned about is that they can go back out and play. They don't want to stop child molesting, homosexuality, murder, slaughter, abuse, bigotry, racism. They don't want to stop any of that. Greed, lust. No. No, that's not pray against that, right? Because after all, that's important. And and so the question comes back to that. Okay, well, me, DFG, maybe some of you. The question comes back, well, aren't you a believer? If you're a believer, shouldn't you care about what happens to the world? According to the scripture? Absolutely not. According to the scripture? Absolutely not. Because we're at judgment. And this is foretold. Not only is it foretold, it is foretold that this behavior, this wickedness, is going to go on and on and on. For at least, well, not on and on, it's going to go on for a while. And nothing that you or me can pray to or do is going to stop it. And okay, now you come back, okay, well, how you know that, DFG? Okay, can I tell you how I think I know this? Can I tell you why I believe this? I don't think I know it. I trust it. So I know it from a faith and belief in the Most High. Okay, but let's get into the nitty gritty of it. Come and go along with me here. Your believers. The others, sit back, learn a little something, right? I'm gonna show you something that's written in your Bibles. You may not have known it was there, right? Talking about right now. Watch this. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 1. Now I beseech you, brethren, by the coming of Adonai, Yeshua, Hamashah, and by the gathering together unto him, that you be not soon shaking in mind, nor be troubled, neither by Rahu, or spirit, nor by word, nor by the book, as from us, as that the day of Yahuwah is at hand. That means judgment. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and the man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, talking about a wicked ruler, who opposes and exalts himself above all that is called Yah, all that is worshipped, so that he as Yah sits in the temple of Yahuwah, showing himself that he is Yahuwah, a lying prophet. Remember Donald Trump told everybody 8 or 9 months ago that he was the chosen one? How many of you guys remember that? Remember that? And think about what has happened since that. It's just like the stock market. Society started to crash. This man put himself in the seat of the Most High, not unsimilar to what Nebuchadnezzar did, and brought down all of Babylon. That's what that man did. And look what's happened since that time. Look what happened since Donald Trump went on national television and told everybody he is the chosen one. Just like the stock market, straight on down. This nation, or what's left of it. So remember that I told you when I was with you that of these things, that you know that what would hold it, that he might be revealed in his time, talking about the Rahu. The power of the presence of the Most High on this planet was keeping that wickedness at bay. It wasn't stopping it, but it wasn't letting it overcome everybody, the whole globe. It was just in regions, principalities, you know what I'm saying, in certain regions, certain areas. Spiritual wickedness, as the scripture says, in high places. Let's get on. But now that's gone. So there's nothing holding back this man that is just described. And all of those who are a part of the army of this man. Remember, we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but spiritual wickedness. Demons, you know what I'm saying, in high places, the rulers of darkness. That's scripture too. Go to Ephesians chapter 6. Read it for yourself. The book of Ephesians chapter 6. It's there. Let's go on a little farther. Verse 7. He said, for the mystery of iniquity does already work. Only he who now lets will let until he be taken out of the way. Talking about the presence of Rahu. I'm talking about not the presence inside of you. I'm talking about the presence of Yahoo, who was allowing the just and the unjust. He was showing his mercy for the good and the evil. For those he's talking about, the just and the unjust. That's gone now. Now you're in judgment. All of us. Verse 9. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan. With all power, wow, United States, all signs, again, nuclear weaponry, AI, and lying wonders. Media, self-deceiving media, you know, we call that predictive programming. Lying wonders. All right? The key word here is not the wonders and the miracles and the inventions and all this modern day technology. It's the lie that is being used to tell you that it's good for us. When it absolutely is not. According to the scripture. It goes on to say, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish. See, those who are going to perish, they're going to buy into all of these lies. They're going to be the same ones say, oh, it's going to get better. All we got to do, is just come together. We're Americans and we can do anything. See, that's the lie that they tell themselves. See, they take pleasure in that lie. Let's go. He says, with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. Because they're not interested in salvation. They're not interested in they're interested in going back and playing. Remember we talked about that before? Interested in fun, their glory in material comforts. Remember that? So that they can go back. They can care less about any kind of salvation. And understandably, because there is no salvation for the wicked anyway. So it's understandable. So why would I waste my time praying for somebody who's already being deceived? And the scripture said they're going to be deceived. Because why? Because they rejected the Most High. So I'm going to pray for someone who rejected the Most High so that the Most High removes judgment or the curse from them so that they continue to be wicked and lead others astray from the Most High. Is that the type of prayer you asking me to pray? No. Not me. Not any believer. You should know better. If you're a believer, now you know better. But let's go on a little farther. He says, and for this cause, now he said, because they love not the truth that they might be saved. He said, for that cause, Yah shall send them a strong delusion that they should believe a lie. Called reprobated mind. He said he's going to send them a strong delusion, not a delusion, a strong delusion that they might believe a lie. You know what a strong delusion? That means it is impossible to reveal the knowledge of the truth to them. In other words, they're going to buy into the lie. Why do you think these people bought into homosexual marriage? Why do you think they bought into transgenderism? Why do you think these people bought into pro-choice? Right? Why do you think they bought into these things and embraced these things? Because they're under the spell of judgment. that judgment is that he would give them a reprobate mind. In other words, that their minds would be distorted, that they will believe every wicked thing that they can imagine, and they would think it's good when it really is a lie. And they have no ability to discern the difference between the two. Zero. None. According to the scripture. So this calls Yah, not man. Yah is going to send them a strong delusion. So I'm going to outpray Yah. So if Yah is going to do it, I'm going to somehow elevate myself above Yah and undo what Yah is going to do. Doesn't that sound a little bit like Satan? I think that's in the book of Isaiah, verses around maybe 11 or 28, where Satan said he's going to be like the Most High, and Lucifer will be like the Most High. Doesn't that sound just like wicked Satan and his followers, his all of those, his minions, who would say, "Oh, it doesn't matter what the Most High say. This is what we're going to do in spite of." He said that's where they're going to go. And he said, "But I'm going to send them a strong delusion that they think they can pray their way out of this. They think they can pray their way out of wickedness so they can go back into wickedness and lead the innocent astray with them and abuse the innocent by having them to have to suffer through it." Scripture. For this cause Yah shall send them a strong delusion that they should believe a lie, that they might all be damned who believe not the truth, but had pleasure in unrighteousness. Had pleasure in unrighteousness. Had pleasure in unrighteousness. Had pleasure in unrighteousness. They had pleasure in it. Things, what is unrighteousness? Things that goes against the word of Yah. Things that you've already heard me talk about. The love of money, the lust of money. Again, the lust of the eyes, the lust of the flesh, the pride of life. He said, for that cause. But you are bound to give thanks always to Yah for you. He's talking about us, the beloved of Yahuwah. Because Yah has from the beginning chosen you to Yeshua through the sanctification of the Rahuk and the belief of the truth. He's chosen some of us from the very beginning. Since childhood, early childhood, you knew. Those who know, you know what I'm talking about. You knew. Even some of us who may have gone astray through our journey, who are wayward, like the prodigal son, you know what I'm saying? Who walked away. But when we realized that we were so far away that we were in a state of destitution, we said, no, I'm going back. So in other words, we never went so far that we forgot Yah. We didn't allow ourselves to fall into that. We stopped. We might have been in the pig's pen. I'm not saying we weren't out there filthy, nasty, wallowing in the mud with the rest of them who love being in the mud. You know, my mother used to tell me all the time, a beautiful woman back there. She would tell me all the time, she said, Dale, I'm going to tell you something. She said, when a pig's in the mud, it's having fun. But when a sheep falls in the mud, it cries and it hollers and it moans until it's taken out. She told me, you're not a pig, you're a sheep, so act like one. What are you? And I share this with you guys because this is a time of judgment. He said in other words, there's going to be a man who's going to have all power, and this man is going to do whatever he wants to do, and everybody's going to join in and call him the Savior. He's going to give you a stimulus check, right? He's going to give you a little money. He's going to give you a little fame. He's going to make America great again, right? He's going to build partnerships all over the world with all the other dictators of the world, right? With North Korea, right? These atheist countries, right? Right? He's going to be good pals with all of these wicked men throughout the planet, right? To show himself and put himself in the place of Yah, to show himself as though he is Yah. Again, the chosen one. That was selected and supported by many of you, who's telling you right now over 250,000 of you are going to die, while him and all the rest of his cronies and all of those other entertainers, where did they go? Where did CEOs go? Where all these superstars go? Where are they? We don't see them. We don't hear nothing from them. They just disappeared off the earth. No, they went into hiding for what's to come on the earth. But guess what? They're not going to be able to hide. So my brothers and sisters of the Rahut, you can take pleasure in that. They're not going to be able to hide. And for those of us who have walked away from Yah, you're going to have to serve the same penalties they're going to serve. In other words, you're going to have to face death. And those of us who live for the Most High, whether we live or die, we stand. Bless you guys. Watch out. The day is here.